Joe, mate, it's the mid-season of the AFL. What is this? 12 weeks have finished already.
I know. We're in the buys. Can you believe it? We're in the buys. We've done team reviews / mid-season report cards for the Brisbane Lions and for the Fremantle Dockers. Who do we have right now in this video?
Mate, we've got a team that I never really thought about until someone we knew got drafted by him. It's the St Kilda Saints.
Oh, mate. They have a special place in my heart now, the St Kilda Saints. All thanks to you. Kama, you're a superstar. We love you, mate. We're here talking everything St Kilda, how their season has progressed thus far. And in the end, we're going to give them a score. Stay tuned to find out what it is.
Yeah, 100%.
Here we go. Look at him. He's very happy, Steele. He's very happy celebrating a goal or something. I haven't really seen this much of him this year, unfortunately. He hasn't been too happy.
Yeah, collarbones, injuries, mate. It's a steel. He's not made of steel. The guy's made of paper. Paper mache. Paper mache. One kick and he's fallen over. Come on. My Supercoach team needs better, thanks. Hopefully the week off helps him a bit, you know. Toughen up, pal.
Toughen up. You play for Ross Lyon, mate. That's
Toughen up.
There's no more princess football. We've got to go and have a look and see what else I've done this year, if we can get this to move for some reason. Here we go. All right. Where are we? 5th on the ladder. Who would have thought at the start of the season that the St Kilda Saints would be 5th on the ladder come the bye? Unbelievable. 7 wins, 4 losses.
Yeah. They had a really good start. I think there was something like 6 or 7 wins, 0 losses for a long time. People like, what? St Kilda's back? Last couple of weeks, though, they've had a couple of tough losses, games where they shouldn't have. And that's really going to be the test for them for the rest of the season.
Absolutely. They were the last undefeated team, I think, in the competition. And you can see very healthy percentage of 116.5. Not the most. It certainly was higher. But they have had, as you say, a few losses recently. But their best performance, we reckon, here was their round 2 clash against the Bulldogs. They smacked them around at Marvel Stadium, absolutely destroyed them. They gave the Dogs no chance whatsoever, and we were put on red alert.
Yeah, 100%. You look at that Dogs team, and it's like they've lost Dunkley, but they've still got a lot of stars in there, and they've got guys like Rory Lobb in there as well. How do you lose by over 50 points? I just don't understand.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. So well done to the Saints. They have come very far this season. But as you said before, they have sort of started to slide a little bit. And currently, on the metrics, they are ranked 11th in the competition. When the defense is great. Top 4, as we expected from a Ross Lyon team. But on the other side, they're ranked 15th for offense.
Yeah. I guess with King being out for a majority of the year so far, it's really hurt. Guys like Caminiti and Owens have really had to step up, but it just doesn't do the same thing, right? You've got teams that can just nullify them. You've got young kids versus established defenders a lot of the time as well. So you can imagine an 18, 19, 20-year-old trying to take on a 28-year-old. It just doesn't work out well.
Exactly. And not just even that. It's also the leadership that a guy like Membry can provide to the team. One of those real experienced players in the team that has been out due to injury as well. He's come back, but he has not been in any form whatsoever. In fact, he's been in very bad form. But look, their leading goal kicker, Jack Missy Higgins, 22 goals come the midway point of the season. Not a bad effort for a small forward, but you'd expect for this, and that's probably as a result of the big boys being out of the side, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's like 2 goals a game. So it's pretty good. But for it to be a small forward really kind of attests to how much struggle the other players have had trying to cope with King not being in the team.
Yeah, for sure. But there is someone who hasn't been affected by that at all, right?
Yeah. I've got this guy in my Supercoach team. Some weeks are great and some weeks are stinkers. Jack Sinclair. Rating elite for disposals with 27.6. Elite for meters gained as well. Mate, if this is elite, Aaron Hall last year must just be like Superman style. How do you... I don't understand. But 495 meters gained, it's very, very good. That's almost like, 3 or 4 footy fields long. above average for rebounds, and then average for intercepts as well. So he's doing his work. Been playing off the halfback. Recently moved into the midfield as well. So kind of giving his experience and help in different positions for St Kilda.
Yeah, for sure, mate. And also, we missed a trick here. We should have put elite for hairstyle as well. Look at that glorious, luscious hair. That is something that I am very jealous of.
Yeah, I mean, look at me right now, yeah? This guy, he's made a few trends happen. Him and Dusty Martin, Noah Cumberland, a few other players. I've seen more mullets recently than I probably should have outside of the 70s.
Oh, don't undersell Big Sammy Draper as well. He's got to be part of that conversation as well. But yeah, Jack Sinclair, he's been given, as you mentioned, a bit more responsibility in the midfield this year, which has seen his role change a little bit. Opposition coaches, especially, I remember the game against Carlton, they understand that this guy really is a weapon off halfback, and they send someone to put attention into him. What does he do? What does Ross do? He throws him in the middle, where he can use his elite ball-winning capacity and ability to run and cover the ground to spread from the stoppage and be on the receiving end from a jack, steal clearance or a crouch clearance or something like that. So he's
a game changer for that team. Yeah. When other people get attention, Jack Sinclair's like, yep, I've got to step up again. It's the old Paddy Cripps, right? The team's doing poorly. Halftime comes, three-quarter time comes. Okay, boys, stand back. Let me get all the disposals. Let me get my super coach rating up this week. We're going to go crazy. And you guys can just ride the wave.
Exactly. And it helps when you've got a guy like Nazai Wanganeen-Miller or Brad Hill capable of going to halfback and playing that halfback role while he roams up the field. There is someone else who needs to roam up the field maybe a bit more to get involved, because this guy is basically non-existent. And I'm talking about Ben Patton. And you're probably thinking, who? Who is this? And I say, exactly. That's how bad he's been. Ben Patton, you've got to lift, mate. You're below average in rebound 50s, only 1.8 a game. You're below average in disposals, only 13.5. You're below average in meters gained, only 182. You're below average in intercepts. You're a defender, only 4.2. You are barely average in a 1v1 situation, and you don't even win one a game. Mate, you need to lift. If you can lift your defensive capabilities, try and negate your direct opposition and allow your halfbackers and wingers to get involved in the game, in the play, you might be in a better position to win the game. Instead, you cough up 5 goals in the last 10 or so minutes to the Hawks, and you choke the loss, and you choke the win. How can you do this, Ben? You got to lift, son.
Mate, it's these players. We always talk about kind of the spine of a team. Well, it's the fat on the team as well. The bottom 6 or so out of 22 that play every week. The guys that, as you say, against the Hawks, can be the difference between a win or a loss. Ben Patton's really got to step up if they want to make finals and do really well in the finals too. They can't be any slackers on field.
Absolutely. And I also just find it super amazing that they're sponsored by Mosh. You got Mosh, and then you got Sinclair's main. I don't know if there's meant to be some sort of correlation there, but Ben, you got to lift, son, because right now we've given your St Kilda Saints a B+. You almost did a Collingwood to Collingwood, which is really good. And you started off the season on fire, but you started to lose games, notably to Hawthorn. The last 5. That's no good.
It's probably the best time for them to have a bye. If they had the round 15 bye, it would be shocking with the form that they've had the last 3 or 4 weeks, giving them that extra time to reset, to kind of come back, maybe some players do some extra gym sessions or something to kind of rebuild themselves, get their mindset right. It's really going to help. 2 or 3 more weeks of getting beat by teams like the Hawks, mate, they'd be in real strife.
Absolutely. 100% agree. And that, guys, was our mid-season review / report card for the St Kilda Saints. Let us know in the comments down below if you think that we're a bit harsh on the Saints, giving them a B+, considering that we didn't really have the highest expectations for them at the start of the season. Let us know down below.
Yeah, for a team that really hasn't brought a lot of players in over the trade period this year, they've done quite well. Remember, guys, here at the Centre Bounce, we do the hard work so you don't have to. Bye for now.